The divine expansion, overcoming the human limit. Look at the image on your screen right now. That is not just a fantasy drawing. It is a visual representation of what happens to your spiritual reality when you finally stop playing small. Most of us spend our lives walking in the valleys of human opinion. We listen to the people who tell us what we can't do, what we don't deserve, and how limited our resources are. We stay on the ground, staring at the dirt, completely blind to the fact that right above our heads is an infinite sovereign presence waiting for us to climb higher. When you make the decision to leave the comfort zone of the crowd, you have to climb the mountain. The climb is lonely. The wind gets cold. The rocks will cut your hands. Your legs will scream at you to turn back around and go live a normal, safe life. But when you finally hit that peak, when you stand on the highest rock and expose your entire life to the atmosphere, the matrix breaks. You realize that the giant in front of you isn't an enemy to fear. It is the source of your strength. Look at that presence in the clouds. It is massive, peaceful, and completely unshakable. It controls the winds, it commands the storms, and it has been waiting for you to look up. Stop asking people on the ground for permission to fly. They can't see the horizon from where they are standing. Turn your back on the critics, face the sky, open your arms, and let the atmosphere fill you with supernatural authority. If you are ready to climb out of your valley today, smash that follow button. Hit the like to spread this strength, and drop a bold "I am climbing" in the comments right now. Let's look up together. Amen.
Enforcing the covenant, standing in authority. There comes a moment in every person's life where you have to stop crying about your problems and start commanding your atmosphere. Look at that posture, arms wide open, standing completely firm on solid rock, staring directly into infinity. That is the posture of a son. That is the posture of an heir. That is the posture of someone who finally remembered whose blood runs through their veins. We have been conditioned to pray like beggars. We walk into the presence of the creator of galaxies and ask for pennies. We beg for survival when we are surrounded by a legacy of absolute dominion. When you stand on the rock of faith and open your mouth to declare a breakthrough, you aren't trying to convince a distant God to notice you. You are enforcing a legal covenant in the courts of heaven. Look at the clouds shaping into that majestic presence. The entire universe is designed to respond to the frequency of absolute, unshakable alignment. When your words match the words of heaven, the clouds have no choice but to shift. The mountains have no choice but to move. The doors that have been locked for generations have no choice but to blow completely off their hinges. You are under asking because you've been looking down too long. Look at the scale of what is protecting you. Your debt, your sickness, your broken relationships, they are nothing compared to the sovereignty staring back at you right now. It is time to take your place on the mountain. If you are standing in absolute agreement for a massive supernatural shift in your house this week, subscribe to this channel, click that heart button, and leave a powerful "I claim my victory" in the comments. Stand firm.
Decoding the silence of the sky. Have you ever screamed into the sky and felt like nothing was listening? You look up at the clouds, your chest is heavy, your tears are real, and the atmosphere just feels completely silent. That silence is the ultimate illusion. Look closely at this image. The man on the rock is silent. The presence in the sky is silent. But look at the energy moving between them. There is a cosmic alignment happening in the quietest moments of your life. Just because you don't hear a booming voice through the thunder doesn't mean heaven isn't actively rearranging your reality. Silence from heaven is never a sign of absence. It is a sign of transition. God is checking to see if your faith is dependent on an immediate emotional high or if you can stand on the rock when the wind is dead quiet. The storm didn't destroy the sun, it just temporarily blocked your view. The presence is still there, holding the gravity of your life together. When you feel like the sky is ignoring you, that is your cue to widen your posture. Don't drop your arms. Don't look back down at your phone. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon. The breakthrough you are asking for is already in motion. Chains are breaking in rooms you haven't even entered yet. Hearts are changing in places you haven't even visited yet. The silence is about to break, and when it does, the shift will be undeniable. If you are holding the line and trusting the process through the quiet season, lock in with this community right now. Hit that follow button, share this video with someone who is about to give up, and drop an absolute trusting the silence in the comments. Sleep in peace tonight. You are covered.